all right. Here we go, here we go, here we go. One more again. Today's agenda, 2016 Acura MDX. That's today's agenda. Front struts. Let's go and make it happen.
Spitting this shit cause my brother quit rap. The voices in his head got his head off track. I told him don't worry about the grand, don't worry about it. You stay home, I'ma go and bring it back. I told him don't worry about the cat, don't worry about it. You stay home, I'ma go and get the racks. I told him don't worry about dad, don't worry about it. Let him retire, I'ma go and get the sack. Yeah, boy, I got tools on me like Spectre Gadget. Collar shirts, but I'll let you have it. You rapping nigga, you lying boy. She told me last night, I asked your mammy. Go ahead, pass the Grammy. Chanson had it, rapping at it. You rhyming nigga, you flipping words. Now all of a sudden you are acrobatic. You lying boy, just read your rhyme boy. You left them out on a dresser. Yeah, who sure? Hell no, your main girl, she just picked me up in her compressor. Give me 55 on gas. I'm an interstate nigga trying to do the whole trip. Better hit the lotto fast, cause I ain't getting out of bed if it's less than a zip. Smoking Richard Pryor on the hour. No jokes on nigga, on the hoes on shit. I'ma let the bitch pop by the hour. Then I'm a turbo nigga, pull a curtain on shit. Why? Cause the law's crawling, the neighbors peeping, speculating I'm the candy man, but they lying though.
All right, I really don't like breaking these things with impact when you got these specialty bolts on it. I'm gonna break them by hand. It's got a specialty key. I'm gonna break the other ones by hand too. Today we'll be using not the long neck, not the stubby, but today we'll be using the big boy. But some of these bolts, I think that's a 36 millimeter bolt. Once I break them by hand, I put this impact on one and go real slow, turn them out real slow. You gotta go slow with this stuff down here. You gotta be careful sometimes. You're using these new modern tools we got. You don't have to hammer everything and bang on everything. You can adjust the power and take your time. So you can release fasteners and bolts in a real efficient way without getting stuck. So we got all that hardware stuff loose. So I'm gonna go ahead on now, move on to the tie rods and ball joints, release this. Get this tie rod end off. Ball joint. All right, this is for all you super mechanics out there. I normally only use impact, but today I got a 35 millimeter up impact, and I don't have a 36, but I got a 36 in a regular socket. This is 36. Let's see if it'll break this today. Woo! Broke it. Kept me from going to the stove. Give this baby a little tap. You can leave the bolt out to keep from touching the CV axle. Give that baby a little tap. All right, so that knuckle just fell down there. Thought I was gonna have to beat it out, but it just fell down. A few taps. The whole thing will drop down like that. Switch tools. That's where different tools come into play. That ain't an impact. We'll still get it out of there. I don't like to break with long neck ratchet, but still break with it. She out of there. If you notice, I put a zip tie here to keep from the CV axle falling out. And then me having to re-put it back in. Just a little trick, just a little heads up. I'll line back up. Once you get that lined up, you want to put that bolt back in there. Sometimes you got to use a good old arm muscle. Make sure you put them cotter pins back. Make sure they go back in there. Make sure you put them things back in there for safety. So now I'm tightening up the ball joint and put the pin back in there. Y'all see that little foot? Put that foot on it. Get yourself some leverage. Sometimes everybody know you got to put a vise behind that sometimes to catch that. But sometimes you don't have to. Like that. Like that. Go and hit your bolt one more time. Nice and tight. Listen, today I'm working without earplugs too. I wouldn't advise that, mess with these impacts. You do that for 4-5 years, you're gonna be deaf in one ear. Absolutely. So I wouldn't advise that. All right. You notice how I did not let this caliper hang. I got a box that's sitting on. You could get a caliper hanger, but this Amazon box worked out today. Take your time and put all your stuff back nice and neat. That way your pad and everything just slide right back over that like it did when you took it off. Before you go banging on that with that impact, make sure you got them things turned in there nice. For those of you guys who just starting out with that impact, All right, let's keep flowing. Since we're flowing, let's go ahead. You did it right. Everything should just line back up. You shouldn't be struggling. And these little ones, now you go slow with it. That's all you need right there. That's it. Look at that. Everything should go right back in the slot. Look at that. Nice and neat. That's one of my pet peeves, man. For you boys who's sloppy and don't work right, that's one of my pet peeves. Take the time and put the customer stuff back nice and neat. Just like you found it. Instead of what my daddy would call half-assing it. Don't half-ass these people's stuff. You put it back right. And if you do, everything will go right back just like it's supposed to. If it don't, you did something wrong. Especially with these little boats right here, take your time hitting them. And you go back with them. Actually, I turn the drill down. I mean the impact down real low when I'm doing these. That low. And then this is my little system. Tight, 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 tight. Pins in, everything buckled up. Free flowing. We good. We back together. I could hear my daddy in my head right now. Go diagonal. Yeah, so a lot of people don't know what's my interest in this. I started doing this from a child, a teenager. With my dad, I had small hands. That was his excuse. Chris, you got them small hands. Come on and get this. I said, yes, sir. And then you just end up doing that so long, you end up just falling in love with it. So some of y'all might be miserable doing this, but I'm not one of them people. I have fun doing it. I don't mind the sweat. I don't mind the work. I don't mind the challenge, because sometimes it does give you a challenge.